Next up, we have Beach Rumble from the Bully original soundtrack. Man, this is quite the thing. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. One of them paid subscriptions, give me money that way, support the channel further that way. Do not do it at your own expense. Do not give me money by making bad financial decisions. Take care of yourself first. And of course, 2 disclaimers. Number 1, this is my first time hearing this track, so I will be pausing a lot as I will be pointing things out as I hear them. And number 2, this is recorded live on stream on a single take. So I might stumble upon my words. Whatever happens, happens. So with that said, let's do this. Beach Rumble. Let's go. We're 3 seconds in, and you already brought one of my favorite instruments ever. Okay, so we start with a drum beat, fairly funky drum beat, and we bring in the timpani. So, not the timpani, the timpani. So the timpani is this really, really cool looking instrument. It is one of the more unique ones when it comes to music, because not only are these big drums, they are also pitched, which means they can play notes like a bunch of other instruments would do. So it's a fairly tricky instrument, but it also gives you the sense of like just deep bass with the notes. And yes, we're doing kind of syncopation, kind of call and response. So let me go through the concept of syncopation, because y'all brought it up. So syncopation is a rhythmic term. So when it comes to music, you have 3 main components: melody, harmony, rhythm. Everything you have is going to have probably those 3 components. Syncopation is a rhythmic thing. So rhythm is the use of time. How we organize time, how we use time, when things happen, how fast do they happen, that kind of thing. And that is then divided or subdivided into bars or measures. Those are interchangeable things. And each measure is then determined by a time signature. The time signature is going to be 2 numbers, an upper number and a lower number. This is the most common signature in the Western world, at least, 4/4. So the upper number is the number of notes per bar, and the lower number is the type of notes per bar. So in English, it's pretty easy to remember. Whole notes is 1, half notes is 2, quarter notes is 4, eighth notes is 8, 16th notes are 16, so on and so forth. So 4/4 means there are 4 quarter notes in a bar. That is as high as it goes. And you can subdivide these, of course, like 1 whole note has 2 half notes, 1 half note has 2 quarter notes, 1 quarter note has 2 eighth notes, so on and so forth. But in a 4/4, the way you're going to count it is you're going to count it in 4 quarter notes. And you count by just counting the beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever hits on any of those 4 beats is called on the beat, an on beat. Anything that happens in between is syncopation. Syncopation is when you play against the beat. And what we are having right now is we are having a combination of syncopation with a call and response. So call and response is basically a musical conversation between more than one instrument. Sometimes it can even be the same instrument. And it basically is right now, we are having the drum beat doing the thing, and then the timpani hits as a response in a syncopated way. It's a fun way of implementing both of these concepts at the same time. So there you go. 3 seconds in and we already got this much stuff. So yeah, let's see where this goes, because we still haven't gotten anything else. Let's see where it goes. Now it's adding more hits. And the cool thing about the timpani is that you can have it panned properly, and each drum makes sense. Because right now, as you can hear, right ear is having one, the left ear is having the other timpani. And that is most likely the actual physical placement of the timpani over here, because the timpani is usually surrounding the player. And of course, panning, the concept of panning, once again, is when you prioritize one ear over the other. At least when it comes to audio, it is that thing. And yes, the timpani is such a cool instrument. It's fairly difficult to write for one, because unlike other instruments, changing the notes between changing the notes, you have to press this pedal and you have to do it in advance. So it's pretty difficult to adjust a timpani. Like, here is another one. Here, this one has this little pedal over here. You use that to change the notes of the timpani. So changing notes is pretty difficult, which means if you have a timpani with 4 drums, like you will usually have anywhere between 2 and 4, composing for this means you should rely on only having 4 notes for the timpani to play until maybe the next movement, kind of thing. That is the challenge of writing for a timpani player, because you're gonna get a very limited. So either the timpani player is going to play just that said number of notes, or you're gonna give that timpani player a long time to swap between the notes. Most commonly done, you just play those notes. Like, usually you're just gonna have the timpani play 2 notes, which is called the root and the dominant. Just bum bum. That's it. That's all you need with the timpani, which is what we're having right now over here. And yeah, that's that, right? Like, composing for timpani has that challenge because of that. Let's see where this goes, by the way. We bring in a bass line. Okay, so we have a brief moment where a bunch of instruments come in. We had the bass line come in, we had a synth come in. Fairly straightforward, you know, the bass line did a very simple bass line, pretty much following the drum beat. And which is very common when it comes to bass lines. You want them to follow the drum beat. And then you have the synths up above, giving you a couple of the chords, giving you some of the harmony. Harmony is just what chords you're using, the order of the chords, that kind of thing, how they relate to each other, and how they interact, right? And back we go to just percussion. We added some bongos as well. So bongos. I forget the name in English. But yeah, we added the bongos. I am gonna move on now. Add a piano. And 30 seconds into our 2-minute piece, we finally get the motif. We have a cello, maybe a cello section, giving us the motif. Motif being the smallest version of our musical idea, the seed from which everything else comes from. The cello, by the way, being, let me just put the full name, violoncello. The violoncello is this big boy over here. Usually you have to play it sitting down. It's one of the bigger violins. Match, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. I'll enjoy your newfound status as an aristo bastard. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for the Prime sub. And of course, yeah, you have the violoncello, one of the more difficult instruments to learn, along with the other viol instruments, the violin, the viola, and the double bass. This is the second largest one that you can get. The other one is the double bass, which you have to play standing up. And yeah, it has such a cool sound. In general, the cello it's just a really cool instrument. So we have the cello now playing this. The drums and the timpani are now giving us what we would call an ostinato. Jorge, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. So an ostinato just means you're repeating the same thing over and over again. So, cello best string instrument, still not biased. I prefer the viola. I like the viola better, but the cello is really, really close. So, yeah. We're having the drums and the timpani doing an ostinato, which just means repeat the exact same thing over and over. Let's see where this goes. A bell. Not entirely sure what that was, but yeah, I like how we're having things kind of bouncing back and forth between just different instruments, giving us little moments of accent. So accent, for those of you who don't know, accents in music, accentuation. It's not from, regional accents or whatever. It's for accentuation. And it is done, it's another rhythmic thing, and it is to highlight something in the rhythm. So right now, we are having, of course, the timpani is doing accents, the piano just now did accents, the bell did accents. Everything is kind of giving us accents to just gyrate towards that drum beat and the timpani, basically. We're just having a bunch of accents going around back and forth. I also liked how the cello stopped playing with the bell. Like, the moment the bell played, the cello shut up. So, very, very cool. Let's see where this goes. Panning here is a lot of fun, yeah. So yeah, you can hear how a bunch of the instruments are like only on the right ear, only on the left ear, that kind of thing. I like it that the timpani bounces back and forth. It is very creative, giving us so much with relatively little. Because we're having the drum beat, that's like a 4/4 loop with a couple of fills here and there, and the timpani is doing the same loop. Everything is doing the same loop, but we are distributing it and sprinkling it over the course of this, that it just sounds fun. Let's see where it goes. Oh, we bring in the keyboard synth piano. Oh, so that's what... Okay, so I was wondering what that sound was. It's just somebody going... Hooah! Some cellos are only $1,500. Probably newer ones, yeah. Newer ones, because when it comes to these classical instruments, especially the wooden ones, yeah, no, they can get really expensive. Like one of my teachers back at Berkeley, he told me how the cello starts maturing enough to sound its best at 200 years old. So yeah, cellos, like, these instruments are meant to just last a long time. There are cellos right now that are still in circulation that, like, freaking people who played at Mozart's orchestra used, kind of thing. So yeah, there are instruments that are meant to last that long, and the string section has a bunch of those. So, played a cello worth $1 million? Yeah, no, that's probably going to be a really old, extremely rare. Like, these happen, these exist, and it's a very, very different world, man. It's a very, very different world. All right, let's see where this goes, though. Let's see where. Yeah, this is a really fun track. Let's see where it goes. Oh. We had a cadential melody with the bells. So a cadential melody, that's just academic speaking. So cadential melody. So cadential comes from the word cadence. Melody is a melody, right? So when it comes to music, you are doing one of two things. You're building tension or you're resolving the tension. This point right in between, that is the cadence. It's the moment where you resolve things. And what did we have the bells do? Play the 3 top notes of the scale so that it resolves in a cadence. And that's it. Also, cello crafters are recognized as the best carpenters. Somebody who makes... Oh, wrong button. So somebody who makes instruments is not a carpenter, is a luthier. A luthier is a person whose entire craft, his entire job, is to build instruments. Any kinds of instruments. So that includes guitars, cellos, violins, maybe even trumpets, bassoons, all that kind of stuff. If you want an instrument done like that, it's going to be made by a luthier, and those are going to be handcrafted. I've only ever met like 3 luthiers in my life. It's a very difficult trade to get into. Like, you really need to have a very particular love for music instruments to become a luthier. But if you can become a luthier, you set up shop next to a symphony hall, you're set for life. you're set for life. If you become a luthier, yeah, it takes forever. It takes something like 15 years of hard work and training to become a decent luthier. But once you make it, you make it. So yeah, let's see where this goes. We have those violins at the top, giving us that ceiling. A natural melody. Ooh, okay, so we got the violins. They're giving us a variation, kind of like a more developed version of what we heard the cello doing. We now have this going on. So the cello, that original cello line that gave us that small motif, now we have that developed with the violins. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. Friend had a passion to make violins and get a scholarship for it. Good. That's a really cool melody. Okay, we go for a smaller, still accents. The whole thing has been accents. One last ring of the bell, and it ends with that. Oh, that was a lot of fun. There you go. Such a simple track with so many simple things in it. Like, it wasn't until the very end that it actually started bringing in the more complex stuff. And it worked the whole way. Very, very, so much fun. And let's see. No, there is nothing else. So yeah, there you go. You lied to me. So there you go. Cellos are overshadowed by the violins sometimes. Yes, they are. Everybody's overshadowed by the violins. Kind of how the sopranos overshadow everybody else. That's just one of those things. They're the popular ones, so there you go. And there you have it. That was Beach Rumble from the Bully original soundtrack. That was fun. That was a really fun... it sounded retro. Like, it just sounded like a track you would hear. Like, you could put this in, like, GTA Vice City, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So there you go. That was really, really cool. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure that you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. One of them, paid subscription things. Do not do it at your own expense. Be responsible with your money. And, of course, if you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3 seconds, I will be linking it in the description. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord server. If you're on the live stream, do not request songs yet. If you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord server, link down below. Go to the LFA requests channel and follow the instructions on the pinned comments. Follow the instructions, or Ava's going to shout at you. Ava's been authorized for it. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. But if you want to know what that time is in your local time zone, link down below. The Twitch channel and the Discord server, they both have the stream schedule showing in your local time zone so that you don't have to bother with calculations. And follow the gaming channel. We have Games Are Bastard, where I basically dump the VODs of the after shows gaming that we do. So, it's the same username, just swap the J for a G. Link down below as well. And, yeah. There's that. So yeah, that's that Beach Rumble from Bully. That was really, really fun, man. Really, really fun stuff. But yeah, let's move on.